Welcome to this video playing the Blitz Kicker from the Netherlands. No name in there. I really thought he was a bullet specialist, isn't he? Yeah, he mostly is, but now he's playing a 15-minute game. Very suspicious. Let's see what happens. Okay, King's Indian or Grunfeld. Yeah, if he goes for the Grunfeld, I'm not sure. No, I want to play the h4 line again. I want to have some mix there, not the same lines all the time. But it's the King's Indian, so going for my h3 setup. Okay, he's playing it differently with c6 and d5. Yeah, that's an interesting line. For my purposes, it's oh, that's not very common, I think. Normally they play d6 after bishop d3, as bishop d3 is really preventing knight e4, what you normally want to do. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm going to keep it simple. Take here and play queen b3. Well, this knight on g4, this cannot be good, really. Queen b3, there's probably e6 being played. I don't see how he can defend d5 otherwise. Yeah, come on, this looks quite simple. h3, knight h6, bishop g5. Yeah, this looks quite decent. He cannot play f6 now, as I capture and h6 hangs, so it's not a very comfortable choice here for black. He needs to move the queen, basically. Yeah, and now interesting, I can take, or I can play something else. I mean, the knight maybe is coming to f5. I wonder if I should just take and play g4, shutting out the knight from h6. Yeah, maybe. Playing against this piece, the knight on h6. Yeah, what is he going to do? Knight c6, I guess, intending maybe knight b4, something like that. Yeah, it's not easy because he's got this really stupid piece on h6. Maybe he will prepare to get it back into play with king h8, knight g8 at some point. Could be an idea. But how do I actually make any progress? There's some way to... Yeah, knight b4 is a bit of an annoyance. I play king d2, so that after knight b4 I can play knight e2. What I'm wondering about, if bishop f6 might be a move. Well, it's not crazy. Also, how do I improve my position further? Knight to d6 could be an idea, or maybe really bishop f6. Yeah, it is not bad, really. takes should be very nice for me. And I don't necessarily want to take on g7. I just put it in there and improve behind that. Yeah, I just thought bishop e2 would be fine. Yeah. Okay, I'll take there. Yeah, this wasn't a very successful idea, but I'm still okay. But it didn't really help me much. Getting the bishop traded. So do I play a3 and b4 here to gain more space? Yeah, I guess so. Knight b5 to d6 would be a very nice improvement. I need to play this here now anyway because knight a5 was threatened, so it only makes sense in this context with a3 b4, knight b5 coming. Maybe knight a7 is something that black can consider here. It's somewhat passive, but it prevents knight b5. Okay. Yeah, here there's also bishop b5. fe5, this bishop c6 now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't play this perfectly, for sure. I mean, perfectly is a strong word anyway. You never really do that, but there was certainly room for improvement. Or this bishop g5, f6 takes g7. This was probably not a good idea. I mean, bishop f6 takes g7. Could probably just have stayed on g5. Yeah, well, black does not have anything super great, but still it feels like I should have gotten something better. Yeah.
Check.
Okay. Yeah, knight to d3 would be nice, but I'm not sure that I'm... wait a moment. Just for a moment. Is what is actually happening after knight a4? If I just try to get to b6 here, then knight takes d4, or what exactly is the problem? I don't see it at the moment. Knight b6. Knight b6 is very tricky. Knight d4, bishop b5, knight b6 looks great for white. I'm probably overlooking something, but I don't really see a move here. Yes, but I can take b6 really. Oh, it's taking here first. Yeah, but still, I can take here. Bishop takes b5 and knight takes b6. And then rook a6, yeah, some miracle defense. Yeah, it's always funny if there is something like that happening where you basically know that nothing of that was planned beforehand. It's just happening, yeah, coincidentally in the position. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't really want to take on b5. This is not looking right. a4 you can just take, unfortunately. And I don't really have good squares. Maybe I need to take. Don't really see another move. Okay, and where to go now? Rook here is not ideally placed. Yeah, maybe start with that. Okay, yeah, well, king c3 looks normal. Yeah, a5, b6. That's knight c7, I guess. Yeah, knight d4 maybe. Yeah, this looks okay. Rook c8, yeah, can maybe play rook c8. I thought I can take. Rook takes, king d2 takes, king c1, king e5, king... the pawns. Yeah, I thought the pawns would decide, but maybe I'm miscounting this. Yeah, I should have thought about this longer. After rook c8, I simply don't have something else I need to take. He's threatening knight a5. King d2 takes, king e5. King d4. The end I get there. Wow, this does not look good. Very stupid what I did there. Now the king is so active. Okay, so let's not get too excited. Okay, I can move the king. I can move the king after rook c8. That's very important. King d2 or king b2. Because he's in a pin. And then probably that means that this isn't even a good move, rook c8. Okay. Yeah, okay. Very important that I have those king moves. Knight c6, rook c6 is probably losing. Yeah, now it's taking lots of time. Yeah, I think I'm threatening knight takes c6 here, and then king d4, c5, invading. The a pawn would be dangerous. It is a critical position. Yeah, okay, to b2 or to d2. Yeah, I go here. Or should I look at this a bit longer? And let's just go ahead here. Seems better to me to stay in the center, where if everything else fails, the king is taking care of the d5 pawn. Yeah, I really don't know. If we should play something like, I was just thinking king e5, but I don't really believe that this should be a good endgame. I can take and play f4. Yeah, okay. This should be substantially better for white with the passer, or the upcoming passer here. f4, of course, to prevent the e5 expansion.
Check.
Okay, so he wants to go to f4. Yeah, knight e2 is very passive, and I go here. Yeah, okay, he can really go king f4. King e3, knight d6, intense knight c4 check, but I have knight f3 check and king d4, which should be quite good. Yeah, that's very good for white. This position. After knight d6, I must play knight f3. Knight c4 is threatened. Like b5, knight c4 check, king moves, knight takes a5 is embarrassing, but knight f3 is just good. Getting the king to d4. Okay, so he's preparing to after I don't understand it really. I can, well, okay, I don't think he can do much anyway, but b5 a6 now is quite strong, isn't it? If I go b5, yeah, here I can even think about knight b3, just stopping the king. Knight b3 intending knight c5. The immediate a6 is also not bad. There's also b6, by the way, intending a6, not bad. Knight b3, there's maybe knight c8. So a6 takes knight c8, and probably h5. h5 is a good move anyway. But king c5 I always have a6. King b6. Hmm. Takes. Yeah, this should really win. I have knight b5 as well. I have knight b5 to support the a7 pawn when it comes to a7. Yeah, something like knight c8, knight b5, check. Yeah, or here, the check.
Check.
And a7. And now king to d4. This should end in a Zugzwang. Oh, he's getting this square. This I didn't really appreciate. Oops. Oh, that's not good. And especially g6 if I take. Have I really spoiled this? What a shame. Wow, this was really a totally winning knight endgame. And I overlooked h5 here.
Check.
There's some way to do, yeah, if we just get this pawn here. Some way to dominate this knight or something like that. I don't see any idea. Yeah. It's very that I played really stupidly. Yeah. So I shouldn't push the a pawn so quickly. I simply overlooked h5. Very bad technical play. Yeah, I can take g6, h2, check on d6, knight e4, and I'm coming to I'm just stopping the pawn.
Check. Game drawn.
Yeah, that's really a bit annoying because yeah, was better the whole game and then got this winning endgame. Especially the rook trade is totally really insane as it quite obviously is lost. But I didn't win. This is the easiest. G5 and black resigns. Okay.
Check. Check.
Always frustrating that you sometimes are just a total idiot. that's really easy.
Check.
Okay, well this still should win. B5. I just need to avoid this. King F4 and it's over. Yeah, I overlooked H5. As simple as that. It was the wrong calculation.
Check.
Oops, sorry, wrong button. Yeah, and now H5 is a draw. Probably King F4 is still interesting. Computer gives it as a draw. Yeah, probably because this is a draw. Yeah, I mean, okay, I missed very simple wins. What is quite instructive though is that he absolutely should never play knight a7. I mean, maybe there is a tactical justification. Yeah, okay, I will play b5 otherwise. Okay, but this is just a lost endgame, a very bad endgame. After e5 there is g5, so e5 wasn't playable at all. I was more thinking about this one, but
check.
Yeah, and this, I mean, it's a disaster, really. Yeah, disappointing. I have simply overlooked h5, and this is bad play. All right, thanks for watching.